Hello and welcome back to the what's going to be the farm tour plus equipment show off of the little farm series we're doing. And you know, I had a lot of weight on my mind, Percy's, but I didn't have any on my tractor. These are fucking terrible.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
thank you,
Uh,
thank you. I will take my bows.
I
Yeah,
I I understand why you needed that 15 minutes.
God. As for speaking of equipment, I will stick that back on my tractor. Fun story of how it's not on my tractor is I didn't do something properly, and then I turned and somehow got it stuck. And yeah, so let's go look at our equipment, which is all over here. There is a lot. Some little lights we bought for being on the fields, and the yard here doesn't have the best of lighting system. Ah, sorry. Probably there are two pieces of equipment. This is the second time we've tried this farm. The first time we tried it, it was horrible. We kept on making mistakes. We spent 10 hours and did fuck all. There was only two things that worked properly. That was the harvester, which we'll show off in a minute, and the telehandler. They were the only things that worked properly. Next up we have Percy's tractor, which is a Voltra Q series.
Yeah, it's the Q series.
Yeah, and it's, you know, he's got the front weight on his. And this thing being the beast it is, carried 8,000 litres of seed, 4,000 litres of herbicide, and a attachment for the telehandler, which is quite nice. There's myself, then with the Massey Ferguson, it is the S8 series. Both our tractors are basic. There's, like, our engines are at the lowest point. They're medium tractors, they're still quite good. The only difference is kind of cosmetic at the moment. They're pretty basic for engine power. But I have to admit, I'm quite liking my little Massey. And same thing, I've got solid fertilizer, herbicide, and the pallet forks for the telehandler. Next up, we have the teddier. I don't know how to pronounce it properly. So just for making hay, we've got the windrow for obviously putting everything in a straight line, which is nice. Something we both grew to love on the only other thing, sorry, three things worked on when we first tried this: the telehand, the combine harvester, and this bale trailer, which we really love. It holds 24 bales.
It's my favorite equipment on the
Yeah.
farm.
It takes round bales only. It holds like 24 of them. We really enjoy it. So yeah, we've got a sprayer which is going to be exclusively for herbicide. We have a trailer which is going to be for silage. We have our little lawnmower here. It's got lights on it, but I don't fucking... Unless it's that little fucking triangle, but that doesn't make sense. I don't know. Yeah, that's a mod. The trailer here is a mod. This sprayer is a mod. Most of the other stuff is base game. This here is our baler. It's also got the ability to do wrapping for silage. So we have to have that because it's nice to have two bits of equipment in one. Solid fertilizer spreader. Our seeder. This is a mod for cultivator. It's, I think, like 8 meters wide, which is quite nice. Our little Mahindra tractor. This is a mod. Mahindra is an Indian company, just which blows my mind because one, they are, I think, one of the biggest farming industry equipment companies in India, and are, even
Yeah,
in the world, they do a lot of business. And yet there is nothing in the base game. In the base game, there is one thing, and that's a car, kind of like what we have, which
fun
I'll
fact,
show
they
off.
also actually have a Formula E team.
And they have a Formula E team.
Yeah,
We have our trailer, which is just for grain. It holds 20,000 liters of grain. God damn, sorry, at the cough. This is a mod. It's not. It's a nice little trailer. It's the other. We had it on the first attempt at this farm. We really enjoyed it. Next up is the harvester, which is a mod. It holds 10,000 liters. She got 260 horsepower, and she's got a header trailer and a 18-foot header. You can do 14, 18, or 20-foot headers. Same for the trailers. So we went with in the middle. And next up, and I think lastly up in terms of equipment, is our little Mahindra car. There's another mod. This is a mod, but there was another mod that gives you a little two-seater car and 3 types of trailers. It could not be used properly in conjunction with like being able to do 2 people in the same car. So what we did is you switched out and we got rid of one of the trailers. This thing has something in the back. This is going to be used for bringing food and water to animals like the chickens. There's rabbits on this map. So not and just for driving around because it's quite nice. Speaking of, want to get in? We'll go have a look at the farm.
Agreed. Let's go.
We're still trying to figure out where we're going to store some of this stuff. We have a lot of equipment and some room, but not a lot of room.
Not a lot of storage.
Yeah. Obviously, there's the farmhouse, which comes with a dog, which is nice. It's not a bad little farmhouse. We have a garage here. Probably won't be storing anything in there at the moment. We have our... Just gonna walk around. So this is the rabbits. This is something that's new to this map, along with a couple of types of crops, which I'll say in a minute. I've never done rabbits. I did a little quick test try. They eat grass, oats and stuff like that, so they should be fun to take care of. I don't know what they're for. I think you just breed them and then kill them. Or, I mean, send them off to the happy markets. So yeah, it'll be fun to see how that works. We have a bit of storage here. Okay, I don't know why you close when I open you. Small sheds. I don't know really what we can store here. We might use these 2 small ones for the Mahindra and the trailer, and then shove something in here. We're still kind of trying to figure this out, of where we're going to store stuff. Over here we have a big ass barn, which is probably where most of our equipment is going to be stored. It's a nice little 2-sided thing. It comes with a light built in, so it does actually kind of help us in the night time. What I do like is how you can come out here, and if you're trying to come out here with a tractor, you're not getting anywhere. That is way too narrow. But you could, I guess, we could open these gates and just drive straight through. Yeah, God, I have still got to get rid of this cough. Something I do like is you can walk over puddles on this map, and they actually give you the proper sound. Other maps don't do that. This is cows, so we will get cows at one point, but they are such a long way away. They take a lot of stuff. And again, they come with a little light in the shed. So we have that. So yeah, we have a little cow shed. Around the back, we'll open this one up. Around the back we have our silo. And like I said, this kind of jumps around there. It's not very easy to get vehicles in and out there, but if it's something small, we could. A couple of more sheds, as well as the silo. We're thinking of storing the telehandler here, and maybe some of the easier equipment that we can get in and out. We do know it is a bit of a pain. The only way for us to get the trailer in there, drop stuff off, and to get back out is to come into this little area and turn around. It's a nice little thing actually, and again, squidging on the wet mud. There is obviously some fields that we have, which I'll show off in a minute. This is nothing at the moment. It's kind of just an empty thing, so we might use this as storage. I'm not too sure. Again, we're still trying to figure out where everything's going to go. Down here we have a little track that goes to the fields that are around the farm. We've only got one at the moment on, well, we've got a few fields, but one of them is on accessible by that track. I think this is milk the milk drop off for the cows. Don't quote me on that. We'll have to see what that is. The slurry pit for cows, which is going to be fun. The manure pit and all is in there with the cows. We have our bunker for silage, so we can drop stuff off here and cover it up eventually and get it into silage. But we also have the baler, which will wrap. Chickens. We can get chickens that I guess roam around the courtyard, which will be fun. We have our tanker full of fuel. We bought a lot of fuel. We have our workshop. The workshop we've decided to use as our tractor storage. It comes with a light, which is nice. As well as our tractor storage, we're going to place all the seed, herbicide, and fertilizer in here. This is going to be our main stop-off shed. This is where we'll always be kind of parking up and stuff. What else do we got? We've got horses. Now, I've never done horses. So who knows if I'm going to put her with them. There's something I've never done. So it'll be interesting to see.
If we're going to try horses, we're going to try horses.
Yeah, we're going to try everything. But now this shed, it's kind of a horse shed, but I don't know if they actually sit in here. I don't think so. I think they just stay in the field. Over here is the sheep pen. And what I like, and something which my favourite map, the Valley, took away, was the fact that you have to bring the water in here. So we'll have to come in here with the little tanker with the Mahindra and drop off water for them. The food on the other side. Close the gate, make sure they don't get out. Just to say, another building over there, which, although it's on our land, we don't really use, because it's not really modelled. What else do we have? Obviously, going back here, we have where the eggs appear for the chickens. We have our little farmhouse, which you can go into nearly every room. The best thing about this farmhouse is it's quite crappy in terms of bed, and there's only like 2 or 3 lights. But we have a giant ass TV, and that's what you need in life. It's just the giant ass TV and surround system. But it is quite nice. We have our little... No, you stay open. There is a light switch that turns all the lights on, which is quite nice. And like I said, it comes with a dog, which you can fill the bowl, feed him or her, whichever we decide. Yeah, also we have actually, I should have shown off, is our little pig pen. So we will get pigs. We're going to get all the animals and try them out, but it's going to take a while before we even get anywhere. I think this field here is just no field. It's not really used by anything. So it's kind of just a little nice spot for us to chill and have lunch and tea and coffee, which is nice. In terms of the land that we own, sorry, I was looking at contracts. We come up here. Coming away from the water because it's making me want to take a pee. I'm trying to be polite and not say piss. Hello, doggy. In terms of land that we own, this is our yard. It's quite extensive. I actually never noticed it's got the trees on that side. And it's got this huge grass area, which at the moment we are using just to park up the vehicles. And then we had field 56, 54, 52, 107, and 106. Annoyingly, the lots to buy, the numbers don't match. So if I'm trying to buy something, he's like, oh yeah, buy field 55. I'm now like, oh, where's 55? It's somewhere, where the fuck is 55? 40s. Like, I'm gonna see like 56. Where the fuck is 55? I might be blind. I'm possibly blind. I don't see 55. 53, 54, 56. Where the fuck? Okay, this map doesn't have a field 55, or a lot number 55. But yeah, that can be a bit confusing. In terms of what our fields are, sorry, I was doing this to see what we have. We have oats, which are nice. I think they're ready to go. What the fuck is that one? We have sorghum, but I don't think that's ready to go. No, that's growing. So we have one thing we can harvest. We have one thing we have to wait to grow. We have 3 grass fields. We'll probably turn the grass fields into something other, but we are going to keep 106 as a pure grass field. And that's just because we need grass for hay, silage, to store up for when we get like sheep and apparently rabbit eat grass or something. So yeah, that is the yard equipment, the yard itself. The plan is for this map is just to farm. We're gonna start off doing mostly wheat, oats, barley. Eventually we'll go down the line of corn, potatoes, sugar beets. I talked through the process of how painful sugarcane is and the fact that you get a meter long planter, but then it grows through trunks. That'll be something fun to try. I know it looks like we have big equipment, but like we will be getting upgrades, and we will, you know, maybe decide to upgrade our tractors from mediums to large, or maybe I'll say, hey, I want to get a second tractor, but a small tractor, because I kind of do enjoy small tractors. Although some of the smaller ones are okay. No. As well as that, there's other stuff we're looking at. Like, I've never used slurry tankers. I've never used manure spreaders. What's some of the other stuff I've never used? I want to do grapes. I want to do olives. I know there's a mod out there that lets me plant trees and different types of trees. I would love to just turn this grass field into a load of trees and vineyards. We do have one thing in mind, which is down the road, which is alcohol production.
Yes.
I mean, I'm Irish. He's practically Irish now. So, you know, you can't, like, we're just going to be growing potatoes and alcohol, because that's what we do. Why not?
Basically vodka.
Yeah, vodka. There's vodka, whiskey, there was wine, there's beers. So yeah, that is the plan, but that's long down the road. Just to do that alone will cost a couple of million. And obviously, you know, eventually we'll probably have some extra friends join us. We'll see. But yeah, that's the yard, the farm, house, the dog, who we will decide to call a name. We'll decide if it's male, female, non-binary. Sorry. We'll decide on that, and yeah, we are now going to spend some time to figure out where the fuck we're going to put all of our equipment. So yeah, take care, have a nice time, and again, you'll catch us live on Twitch on the farm on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and sometimes randomly. So yeah, see ya.
Bye.
Bye.